Good morning, sir. Today I'll be briefing our platoon movement from our patrol base here to our ORP here. Our primary route will begin with moving to our start point, which is roughly 50 meters away at a 64-degree magnetic azimuth, roughly take 5 minutes. Moving to this Route 19 linear danger area right here will be the same exact magnetic azimuth. It will be roughly 190 meters. It will take us roughly 12 minutes. Moving to this linear danger area, we have a possible enemy avenue approach from the south here. So we will use our medium machine gun to have an observation field of fire towards the south here. We will have low cover concealment. So while conducting our movement towards this linear danger area, we will be in bounding overwatch. And for the rest of the movement all the way to the ORP, we will be in traveling overwatch. And for this movement, our movement formation will be platoon column, squad column, fire team wedge. And now moving, once we are across the linear danger area, should take roughly 10 minutes across. We'll be moving towards checkpoint 1. It will be roughly 300 meters at a 15-degree magnetic azimuth and will take roughly 20 minutes. We have possible enemy contact as we will be just across this route here. So we will still be in bounding overwatch towards checkpoint 1. And once we reach checkpoint 1, we will be moving up this spur towards checkpoint 2. It'll be roughly 300 meters at an 118-degree magnetic azimuth. It will take roughly 30 minutes as we're moving uphill. We have a possible enemy avenue approach directly ahead of us at this mountaintop. And we'll have no change to our movement formation, and we have still unlikely enemy contact. And we will have low observation fields of fire while moving uphill, as we will not have good observation on this mountain hilltop here. Moving from checkpoint 2 to checkpoint 3 will be roughly 660 meters. We will be at a 77-degree magnetic azimuth, and it will take roughly 50 minutes as we're moving generally along the same elevation. We have unlikely enemy contact here. We'll have no change to our movement formation. We have a possible enemy avenue approach directly ahead of us, and we will have good observation field of fire to our left and right as we'll be able to see down as we are on the hilltop. We will have moderate cover and concealment. Moving from checkpoint 3 to checkpoint 4, we will be moving around this hilltop here, generally staying at the same elevation. It will be about 600 meters at a 48-degree magnetic azimuth, and will take us a little longer, roughly 70 minutes, as we will be traveling along the same elevation around here. We will have unlikely enemy contact. We have an obstacle here to battle as our elevation change will be steeper, so moving along the same elevation will be difficult. We have a possible enemy avenue of approach to our south as this draw up here towards that hilltop. So we will be moving in platoon column, squad, echelon right, fire team wedge. As we are moving from checkpoint 4 to checkpoint 5, we'll be going up this spur towards this hilltop at checkpoint 5. It'll be roughly 400 meters, take roughly 35 minutes as we're moving uphill at a 123-degree magnetic azimuth. We have a possible enemy avenue of approach directly ahead of us, as the enemy could possibly be on this hilltop here. So enemy contact during this leg is possible. Key terrain here is this hilltop right at checkpoint 5, and we will have, once we are at this near the checkpoint 5, we will have good observation field of fire, good line of sight towards the ORP. We'll have moderate cover concealment. During this movement, we will be back to platoon column, squad column, fire team wedge. And now for our last movement towards the ORP from checkpoint 5, we'll be moving down this draw. It'll be roughly 600 meters. Will take us roughly 40 minutes as we'll be moving downhill at an 141-degree magnetic azimuth. We have a possible enemy avenue of approach directly ahead of us, as the enemy is likely to be moving south, moving north from the south on this road here. We'll have no change to our movement formation. Now we'll be moving in bounding overwatch as we are getting close to the ORP. We have good observation fields of fire, looking towards the ORP, looking towards the road as we're moving downhill, down this draw, and we'll have moderate cover and concealment.
Hello, sir. I will be briefing the alternate route for our platoon as we travel from the start point at our patrol base to the ORP. So to start off, we'll be using the exact same start point as the primary route, 50 meters, so about 5 minutes from our ORP. So going from our start point to checkpoint 6, we'll be at a 92-degree magnetic azimuth, and it'll take about 390 meters to get to the linear danger area, and that takes 25 minutes. We'll give 15 minutes to cross this linear danger area, and then we'll have 25 more minutes to travel the remaining 370 meters to checkpoint number 6. So during this linear danger area, the enemy, their avenue of approach is mostly going to be from the south, heading north, and we'll sure want to cover the north, and that'll be bounding Overwatch as we travel across that. So going from checkpoint 6 to checkpoint 7 will be, or should I say, we'll be in platoon, column, squad, column, fire team, wedge, so we can move faster. From checkpoint 6 to checkpoint 7, we'll change to platoon, column, squad, column, and then fire team echelon right. This will be approximately 640 meters. We'll go at 77 degrees magnetic azimuth, and it'll take us about 40 minutes as we contour and handrail along the ridge. The most likely enemy avenue of approach is from this area down in the valley coming up towards us, or just from the front. So moving from checkpoint 7 to checkpoint 8, it'll take around 45 minutes as we travel 640 meters at a 78-degree magnetic azimuth. Since most of this is going uphill, it's going to take a little bit longer. The most likely enemy avenue approach is still from down in the valley and still from forward. Key terrain to look out for is this hilltop. If the enemy is there, that's going to be a big problem. So then moving on from checkpoint 8 to our ORP, it's going to be 92-degree magnetic, 600 meters, so it'll take around 35 minutes as we're heading downhill. So we'll remain in platoon, column, squad, and well, we'll change to squad, column, fire team, wedge, so that we can do that a little bit faster and be ready to go once we hit that ORP. So that is all we really got. The only thing is, enemy avenues approach, we'll be watching out from the front, and these two draws coming out, they may be coming up through there, especially since they're heading north along this road, and the road ends. So if that road ends, who's to say where they're going to go? All right, this concludes our brief.